I'll be back. I have to pee. Okay, now I can think straight. So, there's so many things coming in for this reading, and this is gonna be one of those readings where it's like, please use your discernment, because this is not, I feel like every other freaking reader on this app where I'm like, this is not, like, use your discernment, not every reading's for you, kind of thing. But seriously, we say that for a reason, because, like, yeah. Anyways, so this entire day for me has been just integration and work and effort to shift my trajectory. And what's been coming through so strongly, of course, my cat, hold on, he's making his way over. Okay, we're gonna say it, and we're gonna say it simply. You are going through the initiation from maidenhood to motherhood. Those archetypes. And you don't have to be a mother to understand the archetype of the mother. This is a rite of passage that you are moving through, and this eclipse portal has been that for you. So if you're feeling that, we're gonna dive in. If you guys haven't met me yet, I'm Izzy. I go by 8th House Mercury here and Astremia on my other account, where I do evolutionary astrology. I just posted a YouTube video on my astrology account about this lunar eclipse that's coming up on the 3rd, so go check that out. And the best way you guys can support me as a creator is subscribing to my newsletter. It's called Letters from the 8th House. It's where I channel the upcoming transits straight to your inbox every Monday. It's a little guide point for the week ahead. Okay, you can sit there. So, it's what it's feeling like, guys, where it's just like this. I stopped that at 222. My mom's dog needed my attention. So, there's so many distractions that are happening now too, and that's a part of this. And I want to name a couple of those things. Like when I started this, I had to pee. I was like, oh, I can't do this. I can't focus unless I take care of my needs first. Another thing was when I was letting the dogs into my house, I had the screen door, and one of the dogs ran right into the screen door. It's like you can see the way through, but you're not quite there yet. Like you can see, like, this is the initiation that you're moving through, but there's still learning happening, and that's those tension points. That's the recognition of like, oh, I'm not gonna just subject myself to sit here and have to pee the whole time. I'm not gonna do that. I've done that in the past, and that's like maiden energy of like, I'm gonna sacrifice my needs for the good of everybody else's, because yeah. And like fawning, that's a big piece of this too. I feel a lot of rage also too as I'm sitting here, and it feels very, yeah, okay, we have against nature, glass, and chaos. This is very much like the screen door. Like, everything that's happening for you right now with the yellowing, it's testing you. This is testing energy, like the irritations, the frustration. We had Mars squaring Uranus today, which was really the action behind like all this stuff that's been building up. It's like, okay, so like you said that you wanted this stuff, and now you have to like be about it. Now you actually have to take action and like embody this archetype that's been surfacing for you, and it's probably been really tense ultimately, but it really comes down to this yellowing card that's saying like it's up to you and your perspective, because ultimately what's happening and unfolding right now is integration. I heard integration, invitation, initiation, all at the same time. Pluto, yeah, like basically everything that you've known up to this point is basically like null. It's like void. It's like, well, that was fun. That was a good experience. Learned stuff, but everything that I've learned up to that point, like, it does apply, but you're now choosing to... This is where it can be frustrating, because the maiden energy would rather just be, like, childish and naive, or even just, like... view things in just a perspective that isn't sovereign. It's like, can you help me explain this, Spirit? It's giving like 8 Rex and Gibbous. I'm having a moment back here, by the way. I know you guys can't see me. And I'm going to tell you my moment that I'm having, because it's like, I think this is a part of, like, this is what I feel like I'm embodying the maiden energy right now, where it's like, I'm just going to give up. It's not working, and I'm just going to give up. And I don't want to try hard or push myself or, like, hold boundaries and, authority for myself, because when you step into the role of the mother, it's realizing that there's more to life than just yourself, and that your energy impacts everything around you, and especially your creative projects. And so again, like, there's so much deconditioning that is happening for you right now in this process, because everything that you've known up to this point has said, like, that's not how we do things. So, for example, I'm like, I can't even think of examples. God. I don't want to do this reading anymore. That's the maiden energy. But I'm like, and that's probably the back and forth that you've been having, because these undulations and the birth of, like, your new identity is coming through, and it's kind of like halfway through birth you can't say, well, actually I don't want a kid, actually I don't want this anymore. Like, you're literally, like, you've been committed to this growth process for a long time, and I think it's just really truly the maiden's just afraid of the change, and she's afraid of not being heard. Yeah. And, like, is worried, like, is this going to be sustainable with a 10? Am I going to be able to build something on this? Tell me about the mother. And if you don't resonate with these feminine archetypes, it can be from the knight to the king kind of energy, just so you are aware. Yes, the mother. That's why this is so terrifying. This is literally you embracing the void. You, like, moving into the void and allowing it to be an archetype within you. And spring, these two keep coming together. Like, by Aries season, March 20th, 21st, the spring equinox, it's going to make sense. And right now, like, again, with the glass and the chaos and against nature, it's just like, I can see you guys, you're like pulling your hair out. It's like, I don't know if I want to move forward with this anymore. I don't know if I want to. I feel your guys' like anguish. That's what this is. And I just thought of, like, the Princess and the Pea story, where it's like being so aware of things that you have to address them. I've been seeing a bunch of you guys getting this guided vision journey. I would love to know how it's been landing. So I have a guided vision journey based off of this card, Succus Lunari. In order to move through this energy, you have to go deeper into the subterranean, subconscious processes that are happening underneath the irritation. Like, the irritation is just your invitation. So those things that are pissing you off, the things that are making you angry and upset, those are the things that are drawing you in closer into the void, into this rebirth. It's almost like, I heard it's darkest before the dawn. Like, it really is this sort of like, everything's collapsing. I'm getting full body chills. Everything's collapsing. Everything's falling apart, because you are getting closer to the birth. I'm going to pause this here. We're going into a part 2, because I really just want to go into this, okay? All right, this is a part 2 to my last message. We're deep in it. Go watch the last one. If not, you're going to be like, what the hell are you talking about, Izzy? Okay, and if you haven't met me, hi, I'm Izzy, 8th House Mercury. Subscribe to my newsletter if you want to support me and my children. By children, I mean my cat. Okay. So, going in. Like, you guys, again, my guided vision journey, you might benefit from allowing this, because it's almost like I see you like hitting a wall and you're just like, I don't know how to freaking integrate this. So advice for the integration. Hi, Mia. Mia's been so nervous, and that's probably, oh, Mia, she's a pibble. She's my protector. Hi, wiggle worm. I'm gonna show you guys her. Hold on. This is Mia. Hi, Mia. And it's probably why she's been coming over to me a lot. Whoa, I didn't even freaking notice this. She can be very anxious and very protective. She's very like maternal, and it's kind of like she probably knows. She's like, Izzy, it's okay, it's gonna be okay. What had popped out when she walked over was the sun splendor. The guidance for this integration is literally letting yourself dream of the future you desire. And I feel like it's really scary to grasp onto those sort of bigger things and bigger desires, because everything that's happening right now, it's literally just a confrontation of your fears right now. You are looking in the eye of your fears, because beyond the fears is this, and then literally, what the hell? So gold was just sitting at the top when I looked back at the deck. I had no idea how it got there. And I feel like that's a big part of this message, is like, you are going to have unexpected, like, transformation. It's almost like as soon as you're like, I know what I want, I know what I desire, I know what I'm worthy of, I know this vision that I have is in alignment, and I'm moving towards it, and I'm going to choose my joy and my pleasure and I heard pleasure as my birthright above all else. This appears. And then literally on the flip side, we have the golden rose. So it's like, no matter what side of the coin you're looking at, it's going to be gold, baby. That is beautiful. And I feel like your higher self knows this, and this has been coming in a bit. I've been diving deeper into some of my own esoteric studies, and it's like understanding the like 3D physical body and then your spirit body that is also in, like, it's not a material, it's spirit that's also like in the suit of like residing, but it can move differently. And it's like your spirit body is fully aware and fully conscious of this. Your physical body is now having to meet this energy. And so that's why there's been the nausea. That's why there's been the purging. That's why there's been the weird experiences that have been going on. The headaches, the diarrhea, like literally like physical symptoms, like getting sick and then getting better and then like woozy and then high energy, like literally everything all over the board. It's because that's the your body catching up to this greater manifestation. And I'm thinking of what's his name, the writer of Becoming Supernatural, Joe Dispenza, like some of his work, but I'm thinking of it in a larger, like a deeper way. But it really is like, you are tapping to fuck in. What else does the person watching this need to know right now, Spirit? We have rotation, Neptune, and Chiron. This change, like I feel like you've gone through a lot of changes and initiations, so you're not a stranger to this. But what I'm feeling with the Neptune and Chiron coming out here is there's a lack of trust and spirit with this change. It's just, everything I'm speaking to here feels just like an extension of my lunar eclipse YouTube video that I just posted. Because really we have the South Node in Virgo that's really just like, and interestingly enough, Chiron's pretty like at home in Virgo. Some people might argue with that, but and I'm burping. Yeah, the burping's a thing too. Where was I going? South Node in Virgo has been very much like analysis paralysis, like perfectionism, and literally, and like almost like I have to be over prepared. I have to make sure that I have all my ducks in a row, because like, what if the worst possible thing happens? I need to be prepared. And that just is a fear mindset. That is just being in fear. And Neptune here is really challenging you to dissolve those past fears, to allow the wheel to turn, to allow time to change things. I just got a notification on my phone that I have like Discord notifications. So I think that's a little sign for me, because normally I don't get notifications on this phone. So that's a sign for me to invite you guys to my Discord server if you're looking for a community space. Now, this space is very oriented towards self-development, spirituality, and becoming the best version of yourself. So if you're on board for that, come on over. If you're not your space. It's totally fine. But I think also something that you are addressing, because it's interesting, because with Chiron and Neptune, I'm almost feeling like in change has always felt just so sudden and out of control. And I feel like whatever's been, Saturn's here, whatever's been happening during this eclipse portal, during this time that we're in right now, it's been really showing you where you have betrayed yourself, where you've gone for things that might not have ultimately been what you wanted. And that's where that sort of Chiron's like a little wary right now, where you're feeling a little bit wary of like following your desires. Bro, I didn't want that. Conjunction and sublimation, guys. This is very much so. Let me go watch my Virgo lunar eclipse video, because literally it's ruled by Venus, and Venus is in Pisces. We're gonna have Mars, Mercury, and Venus, and the Sun, and the North Node all in Pisces together, hanging out, which is cooking up. I, as a reader, would normally not say like delusions, but your delusions are the things that are like literally your spotlight, your lighthouse, your North Star, and it's driving you towards your deepest desire. And I'm almost feeling like this conjunction card, I'm like, this is literally divine union, but I'm feeling like it's everything that you've ever desired. Again, Spirit's reiterating, like, it's right there. Like, it's right there. It's just a matter of like you just continuing to hold the faith and like going for it. In Ouroboros, I just got chills. Like, it is time for you to have your desires met. It's time for you to have everything that you've wanted. And I feel like, oh my gosh, and literally synchronicity. I feel like that has been something that has been so foreign to you, because everything up until this point has said, but the shoe is going to drop. It's going to drop, so I'm just going to be prepared. If I have 20 different shoes, I'm going to spend all my time making sure I have shoes so that, like, if one drops, I have a shoe. And you actually prefer being barefoot. But everybody told you need to have shoes. So I feel really heated with this reading, so pardon me. I feel like I'm just channeling the sort of your higher self's rage a little bit, because they're like, just fucking do what you want to do and what brings you joy. Just do it. And that's going to take you battling all of the societal conditionings that have been placed upon you, and it's going to be a whole unraveling and a whole rewiring of how your thoughts work. And and that's a whole process. And so it's kind of like your human self's like, I hear that, but it's an integration process. And with Mercury having gone retrograde and won't be direct until March 20th, right? Again, springtime, March 20th, Mercury goes direct, and then it's spring equinox. The sun enters Aries. It's like start of astrological new year, and it's like go time. And it's like all these things are going to start making sense of like why this all transpired this way, okay? I'm going to leave this message here. I love you guys. Thank you for sticking around, hanging out with me, and if you feel the call to subscribe to my newsletter, it's the best way you guys can support me. I have an email that's going out tomorrow morning with some deeper personal shares about this eclipse portal. And come join my Discord if you want to have cool people in your life. Okay? I love you guys.